Hello and welcome to Why Not You Academy. I'm Melanie and this is
Rosetto.
And we'll be your tour guides today. Follow us. Right here, this is our first classroom. This is Tashi's classroom, our post-high school planning class. And here we basically just learn about what we want to do after high school. And some of the projects we did were
the compare and contrast careers. So kind of what we did for this project was we took two careers and we made one, which in this case would be a speech pathologist, and two, we took the head chef. And then after we did all the research for both of those career options, we kind of voted on which one that you would pursue. So most people liked the head chef instead of the speech pathologist.
And before it was post-high school planning, it was Project Lab, where we partnered with this company called 206 and we did some fitness. More down the hall, you're going to see a bunch of artwork our students have done. Well, right here, it's our makerspace. It's basically where us students have the freedom to create anything we feel like. It's also connected to our science classroom. And a lot of the work we do here is really just based off science since it's right next to each other. But yeah. And then here we have our math class. In our math class, we do integrated learning since we don't have two different types of math. So we just do everything in together.
Well, actually, this is only one of our two math classes because there's one actually down the hall.
Can you tell us a little bit about the project you're doing?
Oh, yes.
In each one, or the ones you just finished?
Since we have two different math classes, we have Math 1 and Math 2. In Math 1, we had a $15,000 budget to buy a used car and make 3 different changes to it, keeping the budget under $15,000. So we were able to do that, and it just shows how math is very helpful in the outside world.
And in Math 2, what we did was we did a project where we had a career and we took like 5 years and we went through life with that career. In one case, somebody was a musician and then they had this amount of salary, this amount of taxes to pay. And yeah, we basically lived out that life, and we had random events that could happen, and we lived that life out. And sometimes you would end up having less money than you would hope to have, so you can't buy certain things. And yeah, that was basically the project.
More down the hall, you're going to start to see our science work. For science, we recently did a project about some organs we learned. This is my project. We did a microvilli, which is this little tiny cell that's in your body, and your heart pumps blood into it, and it works with your lymphatic system. And without it, it'd be very hard to live. Okay, so in our school, it's very important to us that everyone identifies as their true selves. So we have all gender bathrooms and a normal female and both male bathrooms. All genders is very inclusive. Anyone is more than welcome to use the bathrooms. So then right here, it's our science class. There's actually a class in session. If you want to take a peek. So in this class, we did a pig dissection, which Rosetto will teach you about.
The pig dissection was basically about seeing the different parts of the pig and how it kind of related to us as humans, because the pig's organs and everything, they were way smaller than us, well, which is pretty obvious, but a lot of people sometimes didn't want to see the pig and everything, so they got to sit out. But a lot of people chose to do the dissection, and honestly, it was pretty fun to just cut open the pig and see all the juices. And I don't really want to think about that anymore.
So yeah, as a 9th grader, we learned this year we mainly focused on life science, just to get the basic understanding of science terminology. And if you follow us down more this way, you're going to be able to see our other classes.
Do you guys want to talk about the downstairs?
Oh yeah, so downstairs basically they're building new classrooms. We're set to have a gym downstairs and a lot more fun activities to do down there. So right here, this is our flex space. It's a multi-purpose place. Usually we just eat lunch here, but on events it's sometimes a dance room.
Sometimes it's a just dance room.
Yeah.
Other times, well, a lot of things can take place here with all this big open space. I'll take you more over here now.
Okay, so right here we have Erin's room. Erin's our learning specialist. She helps us with a lot of things. She's an advisor here, and advisory is basically your homeroom. It's meant to be like your family setting, basically. In your advisory, you get to meet all these amazing people, and eventually they become more like family than friends. We have exhibitions here because conferences kind of get boring after a while, especially if you've gone through it your whole life, having your teacher lead your conference. So here we believe that students should have the opportunity to lead their own conferences. So basically we put all these slides together and show our parents what we learned throughout the year. And with that, we conclude our exhibitions and we show our parents how we're doing in school.
Tell us your favorite thing about advisory.
About advisory, oh wow. There's a lot of things to choose from in advisory. Like, for the first thing, it's like a big community where you can like talk to a lot of people and make a lot of friends. For like the second thing, you can like participate in like team activities in your advisory. And for the third thing, you can also sometimes eat food and like tests in there. And then your advisor sometimes gives you snacks, and that's probably my favorite part about it.
And then down the hall we have college pennants. I think they're just up there to show us our options after high school, especially what we're capable of achieving if we really put our minds to it. So just a bunch of different little pieces of motivation in our hallways.
Yeah, as you can see right here, there is a Native person, and I'm pretty sure that they're doing like earth stuff, and they're trying to save the environment, which is something that I would personally like to do because our environment has turned pretty bad over the years. And I think that with enough motivation, we could just change the environment very easily, but nobody wants to do that.
So I actually did a History Matters project on him. This is, I can't really say his first name, but his last name is Martinez. He's a teenage activist, and he helps Generation Z fight for our Earth, and basically teaching us why it's so important to keep up with our Earth. Leaving to Learn. So Leaving to Learn is a class we have where we basically go out into the world and explore. We do cold calls, interviews. We also do shadow days, and hopefully in spite of that, we get an internship with that job. So like I want to become a lawyer, so I found some connections this year, and I got an interview twice, and we are hoping to connect and have a shadow day, which will probably happen late September when we start school again. And then this is our humanities teacher, Nakia. We have two teachers. Moines is more down the hall, but in this class we basically just do integrated learning again. So that's why it's called humanities. That's why it's not called history or language arts, since we learn a bit of everything in there. So we did a roots project where we did research about our family and where our roots actually came from. So my parents, their roots are in Mexico. So I learned a little bit more about my culture and basically a lot more things I didn't know about, especially where my name origin came from.
The town hall is a pretty recent one of ours. It was one where we basically gave our ideas on what we should put into school, and we had a town hall basically discussing what we should implement in there. I chose composting because it's helpful for the environment, and it increases airflow, which is something that we need right now because of all the air pollution. And it also helps us plant more things so that we're not just cutting down trees and not remaking them. So yeah, that's the project.
Yeah. So more down the hall here is where you'll find more bathrooms as well as some collab spaces. Right here there's a big poster for Black History Month. Here we really like to respect other people's cultures, especially since we're all different people, and that's what makes us so unique. We like to respect everyone's different cultures and everyone's aspects of who they are. So then right here we have the wellness center. I don't think there's anybody in here, so if you want to follow me.
And here is the Wholeness Center, which is home to GSA, which is Gender and Sexuality Alliance Club. And this is mostly a space for when students are feeling overwhelmed and they need to take a break. So they come in here and they can lay on the beanbag, sit on the couch, and reflect. And we have some stuffies over there if you'd like to see that.
This space is really just for us to really reconnect and come back and gather ourselves so we are able to go back into class and focus again. As you can see, there's also a bunch of flags here. Actually, all our students ordered our stuff around here, so everything in here was created by students.
I don't want to emphasize the student-led aspect. I mean, like, we have done most of the things for the school. We've added these flags. We've had the idea of an all-gender bathroom. I mean, we didn't make that part, but the school did. But it was still a good idea for all the like different people with different backgrounds, and we organized most of the events here that you could see in the flex space. So yeah, I mean, this school is like really student-led, and it's really emphasizing that the students get to choose what they want and who they want to be.
Yeah, because here we believe that students' voices do matter, and that not only should a teacher be telling us what we should do and what we can't do. So here we believe that students' voices truly make an impact, and based on our school and all the analyzing, you could really see the impact we've all made here. All the clubs here were made by students. At first it started with a little spreadsheet and we all had to sign up, and then they all became really big things. So all the clubs here are culinary, GSA, Black Student Union, what else? Baking, leadership. There's so many actually. There's Latino club, computer club, and there's
also a gaming club. I'm in that one. That one's really good.
Gaming clubs. There's so many actually, and if you're ever interested in anything, just take it up with one of our admins, and they're more than happy to help you open up a club. But here we have. This is basically like our Leaving to Learn class. We have career panels here. We had a legal panel, child care panel, IT tech, marketing. There's so many panels we've done here. Financing was very big in our school because all of us freshmen want to learn how to finance our money. Yeah. And then if you follow us this way, some of our co-founders are actually Russell and Sierra. They help with a lot of our funds here, and they play a really big role in our school. They always tell us to keep following our dreams and to keep going, and it just really motivates us to pursue what we really want to do. And if we really want it, we'll go after it. And that's why our school is called Why Not You?
This dude is 6'2". That's all I needed to say.
And now we're back where we started. Since we are a new school, we just recently joined the WIAA sports, so we are able to do sports here now. And some of the sports we have are?
We have a variety. We have golf, wrestling, bowling. We also have cross country, which is basically track, and basketball, which is actually a really popular one around here. We also have volleyball, which is like one that I haven't really seen too much, so it's good that we actually added this one.
Yeah. And that concludes our tour. Thank you for coming to Why Not You and choosing us to hopefully be one of your school options. If there's any more questions, you're more than welcome to ask.
Abby or Umi, who are our two admin who are usually working the desk.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
That will be the conclusion of our tour. Thank you for coming, and we hope you apply. I'm keeping my